we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, and on this particular day, Saturday of Comic-Con and the Olympics, there are things that are starting to become clearer in the narrative. You can find all the contents of this stuff here, guys. Look. It's free. It's where you're going to get a rounded picture of really the larger agenda that's at play in all of this. Do your homework. Do your homework, guys. If it means something that I send this publication out on Facebook alone to 177 different groups. Think about this for a moment. And there are thousands of reactions coming in. It also goes out on Instagram. There's my watchdog. On Instagram, on Twitter X, on TikTok, and then it also goes out on our own platform we publish on Tumblr, and it's free. And this thing created a gigantic outrage right now that goes beyond the norm. So people are starting to react, and they're not happy campers. You had the pale horse strolling in. That's right out of Revelation 6. Then you had this gem. Well, let's look at some of the commentary. Fred, I hope some of our athletes withdraw over this perverted sacrilege. Sandra, what's happening to France? Son, what's happening to France, son? No loss. There is no loss, I suppose. It could be interpreted as they're on a downward spiral and there's no retrieval. Well, we'll see. What does this have to do with sport? A rhetorical question I asked. Ungodly. And if you look below, you'll see that it says Arthur Salazar reply with a photo. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do emoji. Ungodly sick demons. Who is the sicko who planned this event? Must be a spawn of Satan. And then let's look at a few more. And guys, it's approaching 2,000 reactions just on Facebook alone. Michelle, sure, but they know it gets Christians yapping. This is getting Christians, if you want to call it yapping. I think maybe they found a common enemy finally. We've been saying the world's common enemy, as noted in Judaism, in Islam, in Christianity. If you can't agree on who the world's exclusive Savior and Messiah is, you can be sure that they have a world's common enemy, the first of the fallen, Lucifer, morning star. So the yapping is more like we're coming together finally, and that's why they use this text of Revelation. They taunt and people fall for it. They're not falling for it. They're snapping out of being spiritual sleeping beauty in a slumber. It's time to wake up. Remember regarding Celine, well, it's unavoidable. There's people chiming in left and right and left. Here, let me see if I can bring that into view for a second. I realize she worships the devil. There you go, my dear. The co-creator of the ministry,
BiblesForHomeless.com.
what I do and she does, Bibles for Homeless. Let me see if I can get back on the page we were. Yeah, I can get back to it. This is it here. But I thought that might be important to show you. This is what started it all, by the way. And I'll come back to this image in just a second, but this is what we do monthly, hands-on. And when I pointed out, I had walked into kind of a deer-in-the-headlights situation yesterday where the Olympics opening ceremony was on, and Celine was singing, and I said, she's a Satanist, She's given up being a parent with children and promoting children to chart their own path. No parental supervision, opening a line of clothing that's gay-friendly for toddlers and infants. I'm not swallowing it, and I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid in any store like Target or Budweiser, Queen of Beers, wherever I feel that it goes over the line, that it's offensive. By the way, I have no problem enjoying female impersonators, my favorite being Bugs Bunny. But when it turns into when it becomes a political agenda, like with what they tried to do with the lesbian space witches on The Acolyte, that show was an abomination. The new Joker movie where they're trying to promote the Joker as
anarchy,
a force for civil unrest and political upheaval and the literal,
man of
literal in
lawlessness.
my mind, but the figurative men of lawlessness personified by the Joker. How do you make a Joker movie when the antagonist just gets to run around unchallenged, uncontested, unchecked? No chance. No chance. And I lay all of this, remember guys, exercise restraint and don't take matters into your own hands without first going to the Lord Almighty. Lay everything at the altar footstool. Let the Lord direct our path, our steps. And in some cases, God is going to handle this. God's not going to let this go unanswered. This is absolute outrage, what they did. And here's some commentary related to that. Oh, here's an image of the pale horse, Revelation. And then let me get out of that. And I want to go to the Celine Dion comments. I think it's here. No, sorry. Sorry, guys, your patience appreciated. Let's see if this is it. Don, I wonder why they don't make fun of Islam. It's about time we start defending our faith. Remember, guys, but first lay it at the altar footstool of the Lord. F the Olympics. I was looking forward to watching, but it's the same crap on our television. Does no one stand up for what's right? And I wrote, you can see that I wrote, give this man a holy gold medal. Lynn's disgusting and disgraceful. Warren,
my
what an absolute disgrace.
watch.
Dan, hard to believe this crap is allowed on something being broadcast worldwide. Sad that our athletes continue to participate. Someone is going to get honor if they bow out of the Olympics. I know it was years of training.
One of the athletes, if they bow out.
Here's where I just passed over 1,000 comments on this one topic. All is not what it seems. We're approaching 2,000 and climbing. It looks like you were right concerning Celine Dion. Bat Dad checking in.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Soledad.
But there it is. And I wanted to show you finally the other image prominently, because this is not to be just disregarded. Oh, we're looking at the Olympics. Oh, how cool. Oh, Celine. Somebody had the audacity to tell me, that Celine is closer to God because of what she's going through. And I said, Celine is closer to God than the rest of us? Celine Dion is closer to God? I want to see if I can find that. Bear with me here, because this goes out to a certain someone who made that comment. Celine Dion. Oh, here it is. Look at the image. And hundreds of commentary. This one from Ingrid. She got 2 million just to blurt that song out. That may be why she has that disease, that her joints are literally turning to stone. Reminds me of when Lot's wife turned around and was turned to salt. Don't mess with God. He has the final say. For you jokers out there, who are you? Where are you washing your hands, and do you barbecue? Was the questions I asked. And it's on today's magazine. Leave no stones unturned. There are no stupid questions. And in the case of the jokers out there, he who laughs last,
or she,
laughs best.